Oh, it's really good. We got the delta really close. You can go fishing right there. We got salt water very close. You can go out big game fishing out there. Lots of mountains around here, streams. Northern California is a great place for the sportsman. We have an aquatics department back at base camp, and they determine how many fish we're going to have according to the size of the aquarium, obviously. In the state of California, you can't transport fish unless you've got a permit from the DFG, and the DFG acquires our fish for us. They go out to the delta and they shock the water and they get the fish, and it's all native fish to our area. We always want to be sure we're doing that. And then we put them in an environment that's friendly for the customer to view, and that we keep those exhibits safe, you know, and well fed and well cared for. We've got some pretty big trout in there from when we opened too. Those guys were that big. The little tiny guys you seen here, that fish was that big when he got here. And pretty cool. And this is what we let the kids do. You know, we only feed them certain times of the week. We don't want to overfeed them. I don't think we do it to have an advantage. I think we do it because our owner's very into conservation and showing the resources and what's out there and preserving the resources. We talk about that a lot in what we do. A lot of our seminars are driven in that regard. It's very important because we've got to conserve these resources, because if we don't, they're not going to be there in the future, and there won't be any fish and there won't be any game out there. So that's not native. This tree actually wasn't in the original design of the store. They decided to do it about 3 weeks before we opened. And so that was pretty crazy. It took a couple of weeks to build it. It's a steel frame in there. They came in with cranes and put up the steel, welded it all up. And then the fabricator guys came in and they made all the skin on the tree. Took a lot of guys to work on the tree to get it going, but it's pretty impressive. Replicates the trees over in the Giant Core National Forest over there. This is Gray Lodge Refuge up by the Sutter Buttes. You can see the Sutter Buttes in the background here. There's all the snow geese, got the pheasants, we got deer out there, but that's that scene right there, exactly how it sits. If you sat on the refuge, you could see that exact scene out on park lot number 2. Over here, this is the San Andreas area, down Highway 49, replicates that area with the ponds and just like the oak woodlands going up towards conifer forest up there. And they've got a real piece of wood here they put in, and they just fashioned that. Metalsmith came in and fashioned it and colored it up. You can see all the intricacies. They cut all that, made the trees and everything. It's pretty incredible how they do that. And then we do a lot of little mini dioramas, and we'll show the prints of the animal and then what the animal is, so kids can understand, you know, hey, that's a mule deer track, you know, when they're walking out in the woods or whatever. Sometimes it's not much work. It's just a lot of fun. A lot of folks have fun. It's a different environment.